This episode is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, the #1 seller of games and gaming accessories. And GatheringMagic.com, the #1 resource for Magic the Gathering news and articles.
Hi, this is Steve Argyle. This is my Karador Ghost Chieftain deck. So we've got the commander, of course. He's a sack and recur commander. He brings stuff back from the dead, and everything that's dead makes him cheaper. So he's great for graveyards. He's green, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 forests. For his white, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swamps. A couple fetch lands, Terramorphic Expanse, Evolving Wilds. Command Tower. Orzhov Guildgate, Golgari Guildgate, Selesnya Sanctuary, Rupture Spire, Transguild Promenade, so a lot of getting whatever color I need. Reliquary Tower, which is occasionally I can get an awful lot of cards in my hand, so that's kind of a nice bonus to having a little extra mana. Golgari Rot Farm, Orzhov Basilica, Selesnya Guildgate, Cultivate to go fetch some more lands. A few mana rocks with the Golgari Signet, the Orzhov Signet, and the Selesnya Signet. For when you need all the mana all the time, Mirari's Wake is it's just fantastic. It turbocharges this deck. Chromatic Lantern for mana fixing. What commander deck is appropriate without a Soul Ring? Everflowing Chalice, done by a just phenomenal artist. He's just awesome. Darksteel Ingot, and that looks like it is all the extra mana we've got. Next up is all of my tutors and fetch. So we've got the Grisly Salvage, which is great because I get something good and I fill the graveyard, which Karador is great for. Survival of the Fittest, so I can ditch one critter, get a new one, which is dual purpose for Karador. Demonic Tutor, always a favorite. Enlightenment to go get an artifact or enchantment, because I have some very useful ones. The whole deck is basically built around a graveyard toolbox, so I have several things here to bring stuff back out of the graveyard besides Karador if he's having a hard time staying out of the command center, or command zone. So, Regrowth, Animate Dead, Treasure to Find, just lots of stuff to get stuff out of the graveyard because I throw a lot of it in. Debtors Knell, a little expensive, but once it gets going, it's very nice. Stitched together. Then I have some card draw, because it's always he's a little slow starting. This deck takes a little while to ramp up, so the quicker I can get everything I need, the better. Read the Bones, which is a new addition from Theros. Still trying it out, but I really like it so far. Greater Good, which can combo great with some more of these things because I sacrifice a creature, goes in the graveyard, which means I can get it right back out, and then later on you'll see there's a Grave Pact in there, which means I'm also killing somebody else. Skull Clamp is basically just for card draw. Staff of Nin, card draw, and then shooting little tokens and things. Phyrexian Arena, another great card draw. Decree of Pain, card draw plus a board wipe, which is always welcome. Wrath of God, another board wipe. Pacifism to lock something big and mean down. Aura Shards to get rid of all the other horrible things my opponent might have. Swords to Plowshares, classic. There's the Grave Pact. Works great with this deck because I'm constantly killing things and bringing them back to life. More Lockdown with 1,000 Lashes. Board Wipe with Akroma's Vengeance. I was using Nevinyrral's Disc for a while, but I think this one works a little bit better. Pernicious Deed. Another extra, you get extra sacrifice. Attrition. Kill something, and then if I have my Grave Pact out, it gets rid of 2 things. Lightning Greaves, a must-have. The Whip of Erebos is another one that is new to Theros, and I'm still trying it out. It's great to have lifelink. The bring something back and exile it is not as ideal for this deck, but it also works for Last Ditch. Conjurer's Closet is fantastic because I have all kinds of entering play effect creatures. So I keep popping things back in and out. Getting a couple extra things every turn. Lord of the Vault, Geth Lord of the Vault. So this is great when I want to use someone else's graveyard. Slum Reaper, pops out, makes someone die. It That Betrays. When everything gets going just right, he's fantastic because I'm making them sacrifice things all the time, and then I get them. That's always fun. Fauna Shaman is, we're to the creatures now, is survival of the fittest in a card form, or creature form, so it's a lot easier for me to get them back. It's harder for me to get enchantments back out of the graveyard. Another one that I'm trying from Theros, Abhorrent Overlord. It's nice because it just makes legions of harpies when you can keep popping it back in and out. Ardakar Valkyrie is great for sack and recur because I can kill something and it immediately comes back. Somberwald Sage, another great piece of artwork. Basically, for a creature deck, she is great for mana. Trying out this one. When I have a lot of things in the graveyard, and especially toward the end of a game, this can really beef something up. This guy serves lots of purposes because you get life, you get cards, and you get to sacrifice something, which has been explained is awesome. This guy's just to get some extra land, as is this fella. Land and some card draw. Now Vish Kal is one of the all-star heavy hitters of the deck. He's fantastic because he can eat a whole bunch of things. It works with the extra, with like the Grave Pact. He's just amazing. This one was signed by Michael Hayes, which is nice. Butcher of Malakir is basically an extra Grave Pact in creature form, so another one that's easier to get back, plus if he's out and Grave Pact's out, there's some horrible combos. Tristani helps me stay alive, particularly early on, because I can keep bringing things back out of the graveyard, getting a little bit of life. Other than that, the Populate doesn't really do anything in my deck. I don't have a lot of token stuff, or counter stuff. Grave Titan. Everyone loves Grave Titan. And with him bouncing back in and out of the graveyard, just zombie legions are almost instant. Acidic Slime is fantastic for just getting rid of whatever. And again, you can keep bringing him back and doing it over and over and over again. Sheoldred is awesome. I get rid of something, I get something out of my graveyard every turn. What's not to love about that? Visara the Dreadful, great for killing whatever is bothering you. Skinrender is particularly good for indestructibles, other things that you actually have to get them down to 0/0 rather than just do damage. Birds of Paradise, great mana fixing. Sylvan Karador, another one that I'm trying that's kind of an extra Birds of Paradise. Seems to be working. I think I might still swap it out for something a little bit more potent. I think I have enough mana. Stinkweed Imp has the Dredge, which is very useful in this deck. Captain Sisse lets me go grab any of my legendary creatures, or legendary cards. I don't really have any cool legendary lands or artifacts, unfortunately. But she's great for getting extra stuff out. Glissa helps me get back artifacts from my graveyard, and it has great art. Xanthrid Gorgon. Great for lockdown, because she doesn't... Things that you can't kill or that keep coming back anyway, you can just stop them from doing anything. Eternal Witness is more grabbing stuff out of my graveyard. Liliana of the Veil. I mean, she kind of goes without saying. She's amazing in every respect. If I ditch a card, that's fine. It's in my graveyard. I can cast it. But I'm severely hampering my opponent. Sacrificing creatures, absolutely up the alley of this deck. If she ever manages to get powered up, that's awesome. But she usually gets attacked fairly quickly. This one with a fun little altar that I did, turning one of my favorite planeswalkers into another of my favorite planeswalkers. Soul of the Harvest, some good card draw. Wall of Blossoms, more card draw. Plus a wall, of course. Wall of Omens, same as Wall of Blossoms. Shriekmaw helps me kill stuff. The non-black makes it slightly less useful because so many commander decks have multiple colors and have black included in there somewhere, but still a very solid critter. And Hythonia the Cruel. You may have noticed I've thrown in a whole lot of Theros just for trying. I kind of do that with my deck where I try out all the new stuff and then mostly put back what I had originally. But she's been fun so far. She's big and scary. And she's half of a board wipe when she comes out, or when she becomes monstrous. So, that's my commander deck. Thanks for watching CMDR Decks. Please subscribe and favorite.